Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another super fantastic speed build. Today we are building a strawberry farm. I don't really remember what my thought process behind building this was, but I knew from the moment I started to build it, it was going to be a strawberry farm. There's no horses. There are some chickens, but that's because they had a pink chicken coop, so I was like, absolutely, we need that. And I built this on stream. Shout out to you if you were there. I love building on stream, love getting a lot of input from people. However, if you were there, you saw my game crash. My game not only crashed once, but twice, which was like so fucking awesome. I'm so happy. So the final product, exterior-wise, ends up looking a little bit different than the footage I have because I like to build my shells of my homes off of stream because I feel like that's not very fun to watch. Like, watching someone decorate is way more fun. And then I, of course, lost everything again, except I did manage to get it back, except the second time it crashed, it corrupted the entire save file. I had to make a copy of the previous save beforehand, and so I didn't lose as much progress, but you know what I am really proud of? I did not rage quit. I did think about it several times, but I didn't. So anyway, that was the trauma behind my strawberry farm. It looks so good. I was using a lot of the tips and tricks I referenced in the building tip video I made a few weeks ago for like base game builds because that applies to anything. So I used a lot of gallery art, and overall I just like love the way this house came out. I want to tell you it ends up being a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. I might be lying because I built this a few weeks ago. I'm so sorry. I tried my best. But she is really cute. I built it in Chestnut Ridge, which is the world that came with the Horse Ranch expansion pack. And I built it on the lot that actually has one of the starters that you can get in this world. Oh, here comes the pink. Here comes the pink. She's beautiful. She's graceful. I think one reason I wanted to build specifically a strawberry farm is probably because, for those of you who know, I'm in my pink era. I can't help it. I do love it. I'm pretty sure this is what ends up being the final shape of the house overall. It might look a tad different because, again, at some point my game file does corrupt and it was really, really sad. But you know what? Everyone was so supportive to me and I didn't even rage quit, so I feel like I get a gold star for that. And actually, right after I finished this build on stream, I made myself some chocolate covered strawberries. Love that for me. I cut out the floor plan, and I believe I cut out a lot of the landscaping too, because not only did I have to do the landscaping multiple times, which was devastating, I also had the unpleasant experience of having to do it several times. And then also all my terrain paint deleted. Fun fact, if you're ever going to use any terrain paint, just wait to the end, because a lot of the times the Sims team hasn't been able to fix the glitch yet, but it just randomly deletes. Super not fun. Don't recommend. 0 out of 10. And yeah, but we are pretty much just trying to get through the exterior. I talked about the build, so I get my gold star for trying. Now I want to talk about something else. Last night I had the pleasure of seeing challengers with the queen herself, Zendaya. It was so worth the hype. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone, and that's why I had to go see it last night. I had like the worst headache because I've been super congested, so if I sound really snotty, you don't have to tell me. I already know. I already feel it. But so I went and saw it because I just knew I was gonna get all these spoilers on TikTok, and I just like couldn't handle if the movie got spoiled for me. It was so good. It was so good because, granted, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna pretend that I have taste, okay? I would like to pretend and think that I do, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I do 1,000%. What I mean by that is I love a rom-com, okay? Those of you who have been here a while, you know how I feel about Twilight. I find it to be a cultural phenomenon. Literally, I imagine the best books anyone could ever read is like Twilight, and then maybe the Bible of whatever religion they choose. I do mean that 1,000%. So I don't know if I have taste. I don't care. But I saw Anyone But You with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell, and I was like, I just love the romance, the rom-com genre of like the early 2000s, and I was like, holy shit, is she gonna revamp it? Then Challengers came out, so in my head I was like, oh, you know, another little spicy rom-com. No. I don't know what that was. I don't know how to classify it. I don't know which adjectives to choose. But I can tell you, It was not a rom-com. It was spicy. I love a complex female character with, you know, some borderline obsessive tendencies because, you know what, as a hyperfixation girly myself and a fiercely competitive human, I can respect it. But if you're like, should I see it? This is your sign, okay? This is your sign. Also, as you can see, I'm filling in all this terrain paint. Don't worry, that will be gone in like the next shot or two. But yeah, loved it. Loved the film. Probably don't go with like. I don't know. Okay. Don't go with your girlfriends. Go with your girlfriends. Go with someone who's not gonna ruin the movie for you. Because I made that mistake when I went to see Barbie. And that was the last time I ever made the mistake of going to see a movie that I'm really excited to see with someone who's not as equally as excited to see the movie with me. Just a pro tip, okay? We are now in the inside, apparently. I had to go through and like fix everything. But don't worry, we do go back outside towards the end of the build because I wanted to get my my greenhouse footage in here. But this whole thing is pink and pretty and beautiful. I used the Parenthood countertops as well as the wallpaper, and I just thought it looked really good. And then in a minute, you're going to see me do something. This painting, as well as several others you're going to see, are actually from the gallery. And they're like CC paintings, but they're base game. They're paintings that your Sims make of custom content, if that makes sense. And I absolutely love doing that to like spice up my builds, but I have lots of strawberry art all over this house, okay? And I absolutely love it. In my head, this is a family-run farm. It has been a strawberry farm since the dawn of time. I'm talking like back to the Sims 1 days. This was a strawberry farm. And I was loving it, but I also wanted it to feel like kind of modern. I don't know. I didn't want it to feel like a modern farmhouse. I did not put shiplap anywhere in this house. You're welcome. You guys know how I feel about shiplap. Chip and Joanna Gaines, count your fucking days, I swear. I actually love them. Unless they did something bad, then I don't love them. But I used to love the show Fixer Upper, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. But here we are, and then again, the living room ends up looking a tad different at the end because my game crashed and I had to redo it. But don't worry, we're gonna do our live tour at the end like we always do. So you can see the final details, as well as this house is already up on the gallery. Has been for a couple weeks if anyone wanted to play in a little strawberry farm. And at the end, before I put it on the gallery, I went through and I placed as many perfect strawberry plants as I possibly could. Just because how is this going to be a strawberry farm with no strawberries? Obviously. But at a certain point, the house does get a bit cartoonish. You could say, like, when I was on the gallery looking for more wall art, at a certain point, I found some strawberry shortcake, like, pictures, and I fully was like, am I about to do this right now? And I thought about it really hard. I didn't. Okay, I really liked that chair, but the whole chat was like, no, queen, we don't like that chair. And I was like, okay, so I end up, like, not having that chair be in there, but I do kind of regret it. Like, looking back, I should have just been like, didn't see that pop up in chat. So I ended up not putting the chair, but look how cute it is. That's a Parenthood chair too, and the swatches on that chair are really ugly, but that one ended up being really good. This is up into a point where, like, right after we finish the hallway, I think is when things finally crash, which was, like, not a fun time for me, but we're trying our best to just, like, live, laugh, love. But anyway. I had to go to the mall today to get some, okay, I was a business major. I don't know if you can tell. Please don't agree that you can tell without, actually, you know what, never mind. If you agree, just don't tell me, because I feel like I will read into that and it'll hurt my feelings, even if it's not meant to. I am a sensitive person. I'm a business major, and I've been on the job hunt for a couple months. I'm sure all of you have seen me cry about it here and there. It's been a humbling experience, and I've already been humbled a lot in my life. I talk to myself on the internet and, you know, have, like, a little mild case of hyperfixation and yapping, so, like, I've been humbled, okay? But not like the job hunt. Not like the fucking job hunt. So, I finally dusted myself back off after the last the last debacle I had that left me in absolute tears, complete devastation. And I won't lie to you guys, I cried. I get a lot of external validation from things like grades and like gold stars. I've never been grounded in my life, not because I'm a perfect angel, but because the word I'm disappointed, don't say it. Literally, if my mom was like, I am disappointed in you, she wouldn't even need to finish the sentence before I'd be in the fetal position on the ground, sobbing, hyperventilating, because I am a sensitive person, okay? I've come to terms with this, I know this, but I dusted myself back off, started putting myself back out there. I have been doing interview after interview after interview. I have an interview today, right after this speed build. I'm literally going to be like uploading it and doing the interview. Wish me luck. I have a final round interview though with a company that I thought I did really well with, very strong, very informal interview process, because this job posting was something I got through like a mentor of mine, because the program I'm a part of, the person who is looking to hire someone just loves the program I'm from and put it out to the program. So I know that I only went up against people who are currently in the program or previously in the program, so it's not as big of an applicant pool as like if I posted it on LinkedIn and like 1,000 people applied. But I have a final round interview. I don't really know what to expect because it's not like a regular interview. We're going to get sushi. We were supposed to get coffee and like talk more about our experiences, blah blah blah. And I was like, yeah, I have full availability Wednesday from like 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And they emailed me back and they're like, want to go to get sushi and like talk about our job. I was like, yeah. What does one wear to that? Because I know it's not business professional. I know it's not really a full suit moment, and I have a full suit. But like business casual really depends on who you ask. Because I know like for some of the girlies, business casual is like a nice top, blazer, and like some nice jeans, capris, whatever. For some people, it's like just not a sports coat. It's just the whole suit minus the sports coat. So I had to go out, went to Zara, got some pants and a little blouse. I'm hoping that that's going to be like, you know, good enough. I'd rather show up overdressed than underdressed, which I think is a good rule of thumb, especially when you're conducting yourself in like a professional setting. But then I have to really start to wonder. Because coffee, there's like a fixed, it's not a fixed time. You go get coffee. If interview starts going south or your date starts going south or whatever it is, it's like, oh, I'm done, I'm gonna go now. But like, sitting down for a meal, if shit starts going sideways, what do I do? I don't know. Thank God I'm a yapper, and I do hope maybe this is a good sign. I'm not going to get too excited about it because I have been disappointed before. Which doesn't necessarily mean I'm not going to try. I'm not going into this thinking I won't get it, but I'm not going into it thinking I will get it, if that makes sense. That might make no fucking sense at all, but I'm nervous. That's my point. I'm nervous, and I'm going to try to do more listening than talking. Even though he's supposed to be interviewing me. I don't know. Anyway, we are in our second bedroom, or our third bedroom. This house ended up being a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house. My apologies. And I imagine this specific room we're in right now ends up being maybe a child, like someone who's just really into like comics, but it's a children's room, because I found these cute, like, characterized, they look like vintage comic books, strawberry paintings all over the place, and I was like, that doesn't match anything else in this house, so we're going to dedicate an entire room to it. Like I said, at a certain point, it becomes a little bit overkill. That is my bad. I used a lot of pastel pop kit. This room right here is my favorite in the entire house, though, because look at the little strawberry wallpaper. The pastel pop kit is so fucking good. It's so good. Whenever people are like, what light kit should I buy? By the way, up until May 13th, I'm totally dating this video, but you have a couple more days at the time you're seeing this video. EA is doing a huge game sale, pack sale, so like, I think some packs are like 85% off. So if you've been keeping your eye on some things, I always say always buy them when they're on sale. You know what I mean? We are finally in our greenhouse, apparently. I'm not gonna lie, this might be like really hard to watch because this specific table that came with the Greenhouse Haven kit. It has really weird slot spots, and I wanted it to look very filled, so like I had to individually place all this stuff up here, which wasn't a big deal, but like I recognize that this is like a little tedious to watch. Don't worry. But chat was very supportive. They're like, no, it looks good. Just go for it. Just go for it. We don't care if it's taking a while. I'm like, okay, thank you guys. I did like a little side area with like big plants. I don't know. Because you can't just get bored. You can see all my strawberries out there. I think there's like 40 strawberry plants in this entire house from front to back. But this greenhouse is what inspired the entire thing. So if you download this house, you're definitely going to want to use see Parenthood Horse Ranch, the Greenhouse Haven kit, and probably the Pastel Pop kit. That's what I definitely predominantly use, but I was going a little crazy. You guys know I go a little crazy when it comes to pack builds and whatnot. I should feel bad about that, but I don't always. I have some limited pack builds coming up, so make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see them. But anyway, we are finishing up. We're just putting in a couple of skill building items, so the house is more functional and playable. But we've been zipping around quite a bit, so we are going to jump in game for a live tour right now. Alright team, we are here to look at our final little build. It's right here, which is in the world of Chestnut Ridge, but typically this house, or this lot, houses a starter home. Okay, let's take a look at our house. I used a lot of debug, both in the landscaping as well as for other little, this is debug. This little trough thing over here is debug. But let's go through and do a little 360 moment. Oh, I individually placed all of these. I'm really proud of these. I know it's kind of stupid. These are strawberry jams. I individually placed all of this stuff in the truck. And it's obviously red for strawberries. This is a strawberry farm, okay? I committed to the bit. Leave me be. Anyway, let's do our little 360 moment. There's a little patio area. It's very cute and darling. We have our greenhouse covered in ivies and whatnot, and then our large plants. I'm really happy with how it came out. I went with a simple landscaping around the predominant area with these little pink flower bushes, and I think it looks good. And then of course we have all these beautiful, perfect strawberry bushes, and I am loving it. Let's go on in to the main house. Let's go through and I'll show you the floor plan. So you come in, you have an entryway, a primary bedroom with an ensuite, an office for the strawberry farmers, living kitchen with an eat-in dining area. Oh my goodness. And then you come upstairs and you just have 3 additional bedrooms and 2 additional bathrooms. But it is darling. So you come on in, you have this gorgeous little entryway. I've been really working hard to make more formal entryways in my builds, because sometimes I feel you kind of just walk into the living space when I'm building. And I've also just been trying to have more closed off floor plans, because in The Sims it just looks better. But you have all this clutter from my lovely, I imagine it was 2 elderly ladies who live here and share the farm, and maybe they raise their children here and their grandkids visit now and whatnot. I'm not sure. But this is a family-run farm. This is our big kahuna office for our more business-savvy side of the strawberry farm. I imagine one of the first wife, she's working in the field. She's trying to make sure all the strawberries are quintessential perfection. And then her wife is the business-savvy kind of side. She's we need more revenue. We're going to do You Pick Saturday. So Sims can come over and just pick their own berries. Where I live, there's farms that do that. There's a blueberry farm near my house that does that. They charge out the wazoo for that. Just saying. But she does the advertising, marketing. This is her schwink. Then you come in here into a primary bedroom. Lots of strawberry artwork. And I made this built-in kind of bed with the shelves from the Book Nook kit. You guys know how I feel about the Book Nook kit. And then I use this strawberry painting as a backing. I thought she was cute. Chat was loving the pink and the green from the top of the strawberries, which I was also loving. And then again, just a little ensuite bathroom, very nice. And then you come into the living room. I told you it ends up looking a little different. We decided we liked this sofa from the Horse Ranch pack far better than we liked the modular sofa from Dream Home Decorator, because it just seemed too modern, but these chairs are still very modern. So we liked the flow. Chat was all on board. We're obsessed. Then we have our little eat-in kitchen area. I don't have a formal dining room in here because it was either have a formal dining room over here or lose my entryway, so I picked my poison. Plus, your Sims don't need it at the table anyway. We have obviously a huge wraparound porch too. We'll do like a little side sweep of that. Just some skill building items, nothing too crazy. And then we'll head upstairs. You have this little landing area, more strawberry paintings obviously, because why not? Then we have our like comic book kids room, and I am loving her. It's a really nice size room with a Jack and Jill bathroom. You guys know how I feel about a Jack and Jill bathroom. We just have our bathroom over here, which connects into my favorite room with all the strawberry swag for an infant or a toddler or a newborn baby. But I'm obsessed. I really am. Then you come over here, and this is what I imagine is either a guest room or a teens room. I didn't realize till just now, but this room is definitely larger than this one, and normally I have the larger rooms like reserved for the oldest, but that's just cause that's how it worked in my family growing up. But it's nothing too crazy. It's really, really cute. I like this wallpaper a lot. Love that wallpaper. And then again, another little ensuite, which is why I thought it could also be a guest room. Then when you come out here, we obviously have our little like strawberry truck, which I think is so cute. This is all debug in here. And then I got the jam from the gallery. Then we have our little chicken coop, our Mojo Dojo Casa house. And if you keep following, then we have, oh, there's like berries all over the place. Oops. Then we have our strawberry field, if you will, into our greenhouse. This little flower bed I made over here, I just raised up these debug flowers after I made them smaller and put them in here. So it doesn't actually work, but I kind of like the idea of having some flowers or greenery in here that you didn't actually have to take care of. And then all of our clutter with our seedlings and whatnot. It just looks really cute in here. And then, of course, my little pink aprons. It's the small things, in my opinion. And then, speaking of not so small things, we have our ginormous, oversized crops. And then just back here, we have like a little barbecue area. I wanted to make sure I put in a bigger dining table because they don't have a formal dining area in this house. But all in all, that is the entire build, and I think it looks pretty freaking good. If you agree, I would love if you gave this video a little thumbs up. If you have not already, make sure you subscribe to my channel because you know I love when you do that. This is our house as an overhaul. You can get this house off my gallery, which is just Tiana 305. It's in the description box down below. And with that being said, don't forget to drink your water, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, everyone.